The Daily Bruin spoke with Bettina Pedone from the Arthur Ashe Student Health and Wellness Center about updates on student vaccinations at UCLA.
Hi, I'm Bettina Pedone. I'm a nurse practitioner at the Arthur Ashe Center at UCLA, and I'm also the Director of Quality and Informatics.
Thanks, Bettina. So just to start, what is the best way for UCLA students to currently get the COVID-19 vaccine?
At UCLA, we sent out an email to every eligible student through the Secure Patient Portal with instructions on how to schedule their vaccine at UCLA Health. So I would recommend logging into the patient portal, find the message. Once you've read that and you've consented, we will send your information to UCLA Health and they will send you an invitation, which includes instructions on how to schedule your appointment.
Where should students look if they want to get a vaccine outside of UCLA?
If you can't get the vaccine at UCLA Health, or it's just not a convenient time, I think the best website is vaccinefinder.org. It's a website that the CDC built. You log in, vaccinefinder.org, put in your zip code, and it even gives you the option of picking which COVID vaccine you'd like to get. Another great website is, if you live in California, is My Turn. And that's another place where you can schedule vaccines in California.
What is the best way for students outside of California and the country to get the vaccine?
If you live outside of California, I would recommend using vaccinefinder.org. That will cover any state in the US if you use your zip code. Students that live abroad, it's a little bit more challenging. They'll have to navigate their country's website to find vaccine availability. I would recommend when you're coming back to the US, if you have trouble scheduling something out of the US, make a plan, figure out when you're coming back, when your 10-day quarantine ends, and use vaccinefinder.org to schedule an appointment in advance so that when you get here, you already have something set up.
How should students notify the Ashe Center that they got the vaccination?
The best way to notify us is logging into the patient portal and go to your medical clearances page. That tab includes the opportunity to upload your COVID vaccine. It's a very simple button. You just click, use the drop-down list, and if you were vaccinated out of the country, there's an option for you to choose COVID-19 non-US. So we want everything that you've done from wherever you've done it. We are accepting vaccines from other countries if you were vaccinated abroad.
Is UCLA or the Ashe Center taking any steps to combat any vaccine hesitancy that might exist among the student body?
So at Ashe itself, we recognize that vaccine hesitancy is a very personal issue. And we think that anyone that has any questions or concerns is best served by making a one-on-one telehealth consult with their primary care provider. The Ashe clinicians here are very knowledgeable about the various vaccines. They can explain the differences in the types of vaccines, and they can provide a more personalized consultation to each individual student.
Now that the Johnson & Johnson vaccine is being administered again, how is that affecting vaccine operations at UCLA?
Given the recent FDA update, the J&J vaccine will again be one of the vaccines offered to individuals. They amended the emergency use authorization to include information about the rare blood clots. So they'll review that if you decide to get a Johnson & Johnson vaccine, but it's very rare. It's been determined that it's safe, and so it will be one of the vaccines that's offered at UCLA.
Is there any information about how many students or faculty have been vaccinated at UCLA?
We've received documentation of approximately 3,000 students who have had the COVID vaccine, although there may be many others who have not yet sent us their records. Right now, we know that 13% of the students that live, learn, or work on campus have received a COVID vaccine because they've uploaded it. But there may be many more of them that have gotten it and just haven't uploaded it yet. So we encourage them to upload it so we can have a record of it on file.
So with the new mask guidelines from the CDC, does UCLA expect to be changing any of its policies in the near future?
I know that is under discussion right now, and the campus task force is looking into that, of how to handle the masking on campus, since that's still been something that's required if you're on campus. So I'm sure they're going to have guidelines coming out soon. including testing for people that have been vaccinated. So it'll probably all be bundled up in the same thing.